chapter 13 just dropped the Asuras verdict, and I can't say I'm surprised. So the whole situation with Raika and his dad has escalated to the climax. Well, it came to an end last chapter, but we like fully got, I guess, some closure on it this chapter and a little bit more information. So number one, when Raika's dad is crying and going through the gates and now all of a sudden he wanted to feel bad, I'm sorry. I know this is more than likely going to turn into a villain story where Asura becomes an evil person eventually towards the end, but I feel like Raika's father deserved it. It was 100% deserving. Even his thought process as he's going into hell and he's seeing the flashbacks. I have a disobedient son and a fool of a wife. I just want my son to grow up to be someone that listens. I'm going to make sure I raise him to be a good man by beating it into him. Like, what? Even in his flashbacks, he sees himself beating Raika while he's younger with bloody knuckles. Nah, bro, that's good. Don't you want your family back, bro? You put them through hell, brother. So I don't feel no type of way about that. I'm thinking that the mark that we saw that showed under his sleeve, that we also saw like the stuff coming out of his body, like he had an aura, and then we saw a bigger version of the mark on the floor after the door was gone. I feel like that's why Asura has been able to take such a beating. I feel like he's almost like immortal at this point, because when he first pushed him, he's like, dude, I barely shoved you. How did you fall? When his dad goes to beating the hell out of him, Raika had stopped him, like he's already unconscious. He went from being completely unconscious to just popping up to turn that key to get him sent to hell, and then is like good to walk back home. Raika's like, bro, you alright, bro? You want me to get the first aid kit? Like, I know you a little hurt, a little beat up. Like, nah, bro, there's nothing I could walk. So it could be maybe he just keeps taking damage and like it heals, but I'm thinking it's more along the lines of like his ties that he has to hell. He can't die until he's fulfilled what he's supposed to fulfill, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna end up getting stuck in hell for eternity, just like the rest of them at the end of the story. But for sure, after the doors opened, took Raika's dad to hell, there was a big mark on the floor that was like the same type of pattern from under his sleeve. So Raika had said, didn't he take a pretty bad beating? Like between him and his father, like how they noticed, like I have a feeling like they didn't point that out for no reason. It definitely has some correlation to him having that key. Another thing with the key, I think we have it confirmed now that other people can't use it, really, because when he stuck it in Raika's dad's head at first, he didn't get to turn it. He just stuck it in and Raika's dad smacked him away ASAP, right? His dad was yanking like hell out of it, right? He's like, what the hell did you do to me? He can't get it to budge whatsoever. So I have a feeling that when it comes to actually controlling and using it, you have to have a contract with the old man from the beginning that's like the hell gatekeeper. I'm pretty sure you have to have one of those contracts for you to be able to use the key. Like, I just don't see any other way. As strong as his dad was, he couldn't get it to budge whatsoever. So okay, I guess that's a pro and a plus for Asura. Something that is standing out to me though, coming back to what I was saying earlier, I'm pretty sure he's gonna end up evil in the end of the story, but not evil in the sense that like he just wants to kill people and be evil like that. The way that he considers good deeds in chapter 13, after his dad's gone, Raika's kind of loses it for a second. It's like, holy shit, he's actually gone. Like, did that really happen? He's like, you know what? It needed to happen. And then he has like a slight mental breakdown and starts crying. And then he's like, why am I crying? I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off of my shoulders. As he's going through that breakdown, Asura's like, what's wrong, Raika? Is somebody else bothering you? Was that not the only person? So it's like, brother, chill. Asura's out here keep crazy. Like, met one friend. I have a friend. I'm trying to keep him no matter what. Anybody that bothers him, no problem. Just let me know. I'll send him to hell for you, bro. You're a little trigger happy with the keys. Just his demeanor about it, it's like, so I don't know, bro. He's gonna turn evil, but this is the kind of villain story that I want to read, bro. I want to see how the good person really becomes the villain, because he's so straightforward when it comes to like his thought process and his logic. Don't do bad shit. Don't be evil. Don't hurt people, right? If you do it, I'll let you know not to do it, and if you still do it, then you just gotta go. It's very blunt and straightforward, but at the same time, he kind of doesn't stray away from the path of what he stands for, because the first thing that pops into his head when he's standing up for Raika to his dad, when he walks in the door and he sees Raika's mom on the floor, he thinks of his mom and what he saw happen to her and how he found her. So he was just like, nah, bro, can't go like that. Like, he's trying to nit things in the butt before it gets to that point. And not for nothing, it probably would have got to that point with Raika's dad. He did not care, bro. Like, he was not worried. It was like, I don't feel that, bro. I don't feel nothing for him. I feel like that's the way this story is supposed to go, though. Like, story wasn't geared to make us feel bad for the people that are getting sent to hell, at least not yet. You know, as the story goes on, we might see something that's a little bit more twisted with the concept or falls more into the gray area, but that hasn't happened. So Raika's dad deserved. Sorry. Now, Asura needs to chill. Like I mentioned, like, hey, this stuff might have some consequences to it. It might have some weight to it. He's just like, bro, I gotta do what I gotta do. I'm pretty sure Raika would be the one to get him to understand and to see it, but Asura needs to kind of figure that out, bro. The way it's going right now, he's just gonna be sending people left and right and just end up corrupt. I'm guessing the more he uses the power, like Raika said, how they show it, that's why we started to see the mark coming up on his hand under his jacket, and that's why they also showed us the mark on the floor, so we kind of understand the correlation of where that mark's coming from. I'm pretty sure with each time he uses that key, it's putting more and more weight onto him, whether it's in the form of, I don't know, time that he's going to spend in hell, whether it's a certain amount of bodies it's going to take to fully own his soul, some type of crazy shit. But it's not going to have a happy ending. I could say that damn near for a definite at this point. It's going to be somewhat tragic of an ending, but we see there's something to do with that deal with Satan that he made, so just might have to rot in hell too. Can't see it ending happily. Maybe it goes the Death Note path and it stays a certain way for a while, but he also has other problems unfolding, because right after he comes home from Raika's house and all of that, two investigators show up to his door like, hey, how's it going? Can we ask you a few questions about a missing person? So L kind of came early, bro. They're on his trail pretty quick. What's he gonna do? Send the cops to hell too? I mean, I don't think he could do it. He can, but he would turn to a villain too fast. I don't think the story's gonna end that fast. Now from here, I don't know how he's gonna go about it, because I feel like he might accidentally just tell them the truth. He doesn't really seem like he has tried to lie about any of this or anything, so I'm kind of concerned now the cop showed up, like how he's going to navigate about that. But I just wanted to get this out there because I guess it's the revenge aspect of it, especially against the people that are doing such bad things in the story. The way that the story is going right now, I like it. It's great. I'm gonna keep watching it. For me, this has got to be top 3 on Manga Plus for sure. And Manga Plus has so many great titles, but I'm definitely gonna keep reading this one. That's all I'm gonna have for this one today, guys. On that one, we out.